So, good evening. Welcome back to another video. Tonight I'm John, and tonight I've got Spurs fan on the chat, and there's some Flicks. And good evening to you, my guy.
What's good? What's good?
What's good? That's why I love that. And yeah, oh man, love it. And thanks very much for coming in.
No worries. Anytime.
Thank you. And if you like the video, could you please smash the likes up and subscribe if you are new. I've got 587 people subscribing to us, and then 13 to go. And also leave your comments and sections down below. And if you've got any questions, for Flicks, I'll be quite happy to tell you. But before I go on to that, it's been some sad news today that Claude, AFTV legend, who started with Robbie. We are back in 2012, 2013, and first time I watched him on the set with Robbie, that was back in 2013, and he made his debut on the chat. And he's sadly no longer with us. He's passed away at 58. I've done a video of him for 10 minutes or so. If you look back, if you want to watch my videos, it's on there. Please look back on it. And yeah, I mean, Flicks, what can I say? I mean, what I heard the news today, I just couldn't believe it. And
yeah,
it was sad, man. And yeah, what do you want to say about Claude?
Well, shocked. I was shocked, just going about doing my business this morning and go on Instagram, and it's just everywhere. So whatever happened, that real news will come soon, because I'm hearing two halves. There's some people saying it was suicidal, other people just saying it just happened. But 58, man, that's no age whatsoever. A lot of people showing him bare hate. Like, when I mean hate, I mean like horrible. Like, I get it myself. I get DMs on my Instagram, for example, saying you're rubbish. Why are you doing it? Leave it. Like, it's all stupid messages. So you've got to try and not take it to heart. And I think it got to him. Also with the whole lockdown situation as well, I don't think it helped him. And Robbie even said it himself on an Instagram post he posted out earlier this afternoon, roughly, saying he was struggling massively with the whole lockdown situation, and also like mental health and things as well. So I'm sure the news will come out to tell us what actually happened to him. But it's a mad. It's a shock, big shock.
Yeah, you know what it is, Flicks. You said it there. I mean, like I said, he's been getting a lot of stick on social media. He's getting a lot of. So you get people online trolling, people, keyboard warriors sort of thing, right?
That's it. Yeah, keyboard warriors. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope now, in my case, I hope the people who does things like that should take a step back, think about it. That this legend has passed away, right? And now they're going to be thinking about doing it twice, because at the end of the day, if you're going to do things like that sort of thing, then you're going to make yourself like a complete utter idiot. I can understand Thierry Henry has deleted all his accounts on social media, and they get more security and get better stuff as well. And me, for one, cannot blame him. And
that's
people follow suit, and if they follow suit, then Twitter, social medias, and all that will start listening now and see how look at what's. We're gonna listen to it now, but it's been a long time in coming.
Very long time. I've been saying it myself. These social media sites have got to do something, because it's just getting ridiculous now. Stupid. Like I said earlier, like nearly every day I'll get hate messages. And you think that there's got to be some sort of solution to blocking these idiots.
Yeah, man.
There has to be something. So time will tell, but for the likes of Henry to cut out social media, I don't blame the guy. Don't blame him.
I don't. I'll get a lot of stick as well when I see that Joe Linton is not good enough for Newcastle United, which I'm going to speak to later on. I'm absolutely sure of that. And and I get people that slack stuff all the time. I just block them, because at the end of the day, I don't need to abuse people like that sort of thing. You know what I mean? And I know you want to have a debate sort of thing. Okay, cool. Everyone's not going to agree, but look, let's deal with it. Like, you know what I mean? And and just go out from there and just take a pinch of salt. And what can I say, man?
That's it.
So, hey, so I've got a couple of comments come through before we talk about Spurs, and I've got Paul's evening, lads. I hope you're okay. Evening, Paul. Don't know, even to you, my guy. Hope you're okay. And Curious Sight. And good evening to you as well. Please subscribe to my channel as well. Another 13 away from making it 600. And you can do that. That'd be absolutely amazing. So, Flicks, we're going to talk about Spurs and your season at the moment in time. It's been a bit up and down at a minute. I mean, you were top for a couple of games back in November, December time. And then all of a sudden, you lost a little way a little bit. I don't know if Paul is the problem. I don't know if the players are the problem. You're not winning games you should have been winning. So, what do you think of your season so far, my mate?
It's been a bloody roller coaster. It's been a circus. To think, like you said, we were top for a couple of weeks. Even if that must have been a week, I can't remember now. It just seems a bloody long time ago now, isn't it? But you know, we've gone from being top of the league to thrashing Man United 6-1. To getting clean sheets against Arsenal, Man City. And then to go from that to we can't even get results against the likes of Fulham, if I remember rightly. West Ham, we were winning 3-0 against West Ham. It felt like a loss at the full time. So to go from that to that, it's like, what happened? What actually happened? I always put the blame to our board. I'll say it year in, year out, and it sickens me to death just repeating myself. It comes down to the board and Daniel Levy. It's just not good enough. He's just a businessman. I rated the guy for getting us a new stadium, but other than that, he doesn't really care football wise. He's just business, money. As long as he's got it, that's all good. That's all he cares about. With the players, I could name a good handful of players who are simply not good enough anymore. One of them being Harry Winks, who's a Tottenham boy through and through. I hate to say it, he's just not good enough.
Fair enough.
Davinson Sanchez, his time is done.
Yeah.
Sissoko again.
We hadn't.
Exactly. Musa Sissoko, big up Sissoko, man. When we did buy him, you know, he was a bit, don't know, he was getting a lot of slack. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them thinking, you know, why have we got this guy? And then he come in one weekend and then he just went from 0 to 100, and he's bombing up and down and putting tackles in left, right, and centre. And we're like, okay, there's something good about this guy. But past couple of games, it's just like he's walking around the pitch. Lamella, I'm very 50-50 with. There's some games where he can come in and he can absolutely be phenomenal. There's other games where he comes in, he's crap. He's useless. Who else am I? I've gone absolutely blank now. But they're the names with a lot, you know, obviously a few more that are just not good enough anymore to wear the badge. We need players who actually want to play for the club. Obviously, we've got Skippy, who's currently on loan at Norwich. I'd love to see him back.
Yeah.
Ryan Sessegnon, who's again on loan at Hoffenheim. I can't wait to see him back. Well, hopefully anyway. But, you know, knowing Levy, anything could happen. Because like I said, all he thinks about is money. With the Harry Kane talk, I can't see him leaving because he's Tottenham through and through.
Yeah.
End of discussion with him. Tottenham through and through. Sonny, my man Sonny. Again, I can't see him walking.
No.
But no, with the season, it's just been crazy. It's been a bloody circus. Then you got to look at like the manager, Jose, tactics-wise, formations. There's been times where he's stepped in and he's got it spot on. There's other times again, it's just, what are you doing? What are you doing? So really, you got to put the blame to a small handful of players, the board, and these tactics and things that Mourinho's doing. With the Mourinho hate quickly before you want to step in again. Jose's the problem. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say now, but there's that's it. The hate he's getting is becoming very, very pathetic, because every club he's been at, he's brought in silverware. Coming to Tottenham is a whole different ball game. We all knew that. Poch even couldn't do it with us, even though we get there, we just can't step over that line.
That's the thing.
So all it needs is, this is where Levy comes in. He needs to start pulling his money out of his back pocket and saying, "Here you go, Jose. Who you want? You want him? Go and buy him." That's how it should be. So all it needs is a few more adjustments with like the back four, a part of the midfield, and a backup striker. I like Vinny. I like Vinicius, Carlos Vinicius. So striker wise, I think we're good. But we just need a bit of touching up in the midfield, and definitely the defense, central defense anyway.
Yeah, and then you'll be fine. You'll be fine, man. But just go read this comment quickly. I'll come back to it, sort of thing. I'll report Ashley's always a businessman. There's nothing new about, there's nothing about football. He's correct. That very true, Paul. And Paul G says, Kian, Tottenham through and through, and money frigging talks. Yeah, but listen, at the end of the day, I mean, Spurs can be ambitious. For me, they've got the players, they can sign the players, they can get any players that they want. But it's Levy. He's just wants to try and drive a hard bargain. From what I'll look outside looking in, he'll actually do his deals closer to the closer the window, the closer player. And I've noticed that because he buys players a couple of days in before the window is shut. And I've noticed that. But you can get the players say, for me, I can't see Jose getting sat in that, because they're going to have to pay him off £20 million, apparently. Right?
Nah, it's roughly around 25 mil.
Wow, I can't see
exactly.
No
exactly.
way. Ain't gonna happen, because he must have asked for that money into his contract. But I can't see him getting sacked anytime soon. But he's only on. He's got one more year to go after this season. So, and this is the guy. I've got to say this as well. Pause. Joe Linton needs a little touching up. Also, yeah, he does. I'll come to him later on. But if you look at your best moments of being a Spurs fan, for me, I mean, you got Lucas Moura scoring a hat-trick against Ajax in Champions League.
I knew you would say that. I knew you would say that. Yeah, that was a bloody crazy night. I'm sitting there like, what the hell is going on? Like, that's it. Game over. We're done. We're out. Second half, full guns blazing. It's like, what the freaking hell just happened there? Like, Lucas Moura again this season. Lucas Moura past month, he's been absolutely rapid everywhere over the pitch, everywhere. Like your Harry Kanes, he goes everywhere. So big up Lucas Moura, massive. But yeah, that game was absolutely crazy, and it was a shame not to see him start that final. Yeah, massive shame not to see him start that final.
I know. I mean, I would have played him. I mean, Harry Kane didn't look match fit at all whatsoever.
No.
At the end of the year, I mean, I think Poch got it wrong that year. He should have kept her more for the awards he's done. And I think it made a difference, because his confidence is high going into it. And I think he would have been out of it. But, it's gone now. And it's just one of those things. And I hope for your sake, also gets in Champions League again if he gets it next season. So, on to your magical moments for Spurs. I mean, apart from Mora sort of thing, what's been the greatest time being a Spurs fan, and what's been your magic games?
Magical games, obviously the Ajax one, like you just said. I'm gonna say, bloody hell, the last game at the old lane. That was very emotional. Very emotional being a Spurs fan. Seeing that last game there, beating United 2-0, if I remember rightly. The other games, bloody hell. There's been so many. But no, I'm going to stay with the big one, the second leg against Ajax. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I've been to some Newcastle games, and the one, like Dooney Baines just said, Craig Bellamy scored a winning goal against Feyenoord in 2002 in the Champions League. We lost the first 3 games in the Champions League group stage, and then we won the last 3. The last game was 2 up against Feyenoord, and Feyenoord got 2 goals back. Could have gone 3-2 up when Dabasas scored. Well, he made a magnificent clearance off the line. It looked over, but thank God he got out of the way. And then Bellamy got that winning goal in the 90th minute to put us through to the next stage in Champions League. That was a magical night. And when we beat Man United 5-0 back in 96, when Billy Barbert scored a wonderful lob over Peter Schmeichel, that was wonderful. And yeah, but since then, I'm not being funny, under Mike Ashley's leadership, I'm sorry, but it just hasn't happened. And the most...
Bit like Daniel Levy, yeah? A bit like Daniel
Levy.
Yeah,
it's worse than Daniel Levy. I mean, he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't he don't want to spend money, and he's quite happy letting Steve Bruce carry on. I mean, if you had a manager, it's 2 wins in 20 games, and
that's
2 wins, 14 defeats. That should be the sack.
Yeah, that's. I don't get Mike Ashley. Like, again, it's money. You know, money talks. But why not just sell up?
Yeah.
Why not just sell up? Like, you got to think about the fans. They obviously COVID's hit, but you know you can't actually go to the stadiums. But you got to think about the supporters who go to these games week in, week out. You're seeing the same crap. You think, why not just sell up? Give it to someone who actually cares about the club. You know, give them some money to spend. You know, see what they can do with that. Like, I just don't get it with these owners. Terrible.
That's shocking. He's been trying to sell a club for 14, and
has he really?
He tried to. When Kevin Keegan resigned, he tried to sell up then £480 million. When he got relegated, he wanted 100 million, and then he now wants £350 million for the club, which is agreed with the Saudis, but the Premier League don't want us to be taken over by the Saudis. Now it's going to arbitration, right, to find out what the hell's going on, right? And if it goes through the courts, then then it could get sold. But at the end of the day, Mike Ashley wants to wash his hands off the club. He does not give a flying toss about the club. That's why he will not sack Steve Bruce, because he does not want to pay him £4 million compensation if he was to get rid of him. But at the end of the day, right, Steve Bruce, I never wanted in the club. I wanted him out before he wanted in, right? And the moment he came in as manager, my heart sank, because the goal for Rafa Benitez, who's a world-class manager, and this one in, right, who's managed 11 different clubs in 21 years, and he's got no loyalty at all whatsoever. He's walked out on clubs before, like Hull City. He walked out United. He walked out Sheffield Wednesday. Walked out on Birmingham, and 95% of the people want him to be sacked, and yet Mike Ashley will not sack him. The players want him sacked. Even the players come to Ashley and say, "Look, I want this manager gone." Mike Ashley is telling the players to step up and book your ideas up. You know what I mean? So it's just the owner that's telling the players that Steve Bruce has budged into Matt Ritchie in a training bus stop, and he's basically telling them to book up his ideas. Mike Ashley doesn't want to sack managers, but at the end of the day, he might have no choice. If we lose to you on Sunday and Fulham win their game against Villa, he won't have any choice but to sack him. And Mike Ashley only sacked a manager 3 times. That is Sam Allardyce, Chrissy Horton, and Steve McLaren in 14 years. He does not want to sack managers. He does not want to pay a compensation.
Yeah, that's very true there. Yeah.
Sad. I've got Diddle saying I was at the Juve game, started a great run that season. Yeah, coming with that 2 goals to no. We won them at home. Nobody gets them flicks. Yeah, I agree, and good as well. So, I mean, for me, it's gonna be we playing News on Saturday, and I'm very worried.
Sunday.
Thanks a lot, man. I keep thinking Saturday because I was doing a watch along on Sunday, and I got my guy, the Toon View, Paul. coming to join us on a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
And he's a great guy. And he's got his own TV channel as well, which is worth listening to. It's called The Toon Review. If you don't know anything about him, check him out. He's on the socials. He's on YouTube. He's a fantastic guy. And on word about Sunday, I mean, how confident are you on Sunday?
I'm confident. You got to be confident. You know, going into every game, you got to be confident. You can't just see a game come up and you think, whatever. You know, it sounds silly, but you got to feel confident. Again, I think the likes of Newcastle can be a bit of a bogey team. Anything can happen, but on paper, you know, we should put you guys to bed. You know, to start things off, where's your goals going to come from? That's the question. Where's your goals going to come from? So I'm feeling confident. I reckon we'll even get a clean sheet. I'm going to say 3-0 Spurs.
3-0 Spurs? That's what I've gone for. I've gone 3-0 Spurs as well. And okay. I'm not going to lie. And Paul, he's super confident on me chat. And he thinks he'll beat Spurs by 2-0. Well, I hope you're right, Paul. If you do, come back on me chat. Yeah, man. Yeah, mate. And, you know, he's confident I do like him. But he's a good guy. And, you know, he's super confident, man. And the thing is, right, I mean, let's be real about it. For me, you just said there, where's the goal going to come from? We've only scored, 1 goal in 13 and a half games of football. We've only won 2 games in the last 20. 14 defeats, 4 draws, right? And Joe Linton cost £40 million. He's only scored 1 goal in 61 league games. And yet, some of our fans still believing in this guy and saying that there's a player in there under a different manager who'll come good. Yeah, but I'm not interested. I'm judging from the now. I mean, he is not good enough for Newcastle United. He is the worst player for me, the worst striker I've seen in my lifetime. I mean, he's weak. He's 6'2". He's weak, and he cannot shoot. And you know, he's weak. And you know, he could have scored a couple 2 and 3 games, but against West Brom, he had a perfect chance to have a go. He didn't. He squared it around Fiesa, the ball missing completely. And then he did exactly the same thing against the Villa. And he did the same thing. His confidence is absolutely shocked.
But don't this guy play week in, week out?
Yeah, he does. I mean, on Steve Bruce, he plays week in, week out, and he needs to be dropped. And people are still bigging up this guy, saying that he's getting there, he's getting there. He's never got there. I've tried to defend him. Unfortunately, he flicks at the end of the day. It's players like him to get us relegated because he doesn't score enough. Andy Carroll, Dwight Gale only scored 1-2 goals between them last season, and Dwight Gale's just on a new 3-year deal. And if that means to me, we're preparing life in the Championship, man. Do you know what I mean? Crazy,
yeah, I've been saying it for more than a few weeks now. You know, Sheffield United, they're gone. They're definitely gone. I think West Brom are definitely heading that way as well. So it's going to be a massive fight out to the last game of the season, because if I remember rightly, you got Fulham last game.
Correct, yeah.
So it's going to go down to the wire. It's a fight out between you boys and Fulham. And you know, I don't want to piss you off right now, but I can actually see Fulham leapfrogging you boys.
Yeah,
they've got more power. Well, a lot more power than what you guys have got at the moment. Definitely.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I said even when Fulham were 10 points behind us, I always thought that Fulham was going to catch us up anyway, because we're winning another game. We've got 9 games left. If you look at the games here, I've got. I'll read this out quickly for Russ. He's an Arsenal fan. Are we okay? They got John. I can hear your T-shirt from here. Yeah, my shirt is bright. Nice shirt. And I got Daniel, 14 million forward. And you're going to love this one, not this one. Good job, Jordan. Not here. Hitman, he was staff. And Paul said, Slick, Flicks, have you seen Joe Linton play? You're in for a big surprise. In other words, crap. To me, he is the worst player I've seen in my lifetime. Fulham are showing fight. Yeah,
they definitely are.
And Scotty P has got him playing football. And
Mm.
the difference between Scott Parker and Steve Bruce. Scott Parker, when he does his press conference, he puts his hand up if he gets things wrong, and he will rectify it very, very quickly. Do you know what I mean? And he'll play better, even if they don't pull it up so often. He'll do okay. He doesn't make excuses. He's so refreshing. He's so honest. He smiles at the press, and he lets the interviewers finish what they say. As for Steve Bruce, right? All he comes at me saying, it's going to be difficult. Hopefully, he bigs up the oppositions up, right?
Yeah,
but
I've noticed that. Yeah.
Big up the players that he's got on disposal. Also, right? I'm going to say this now, right? When they ask him the question, he interrupts the interviewer. I don't know if you notice that. That is rude.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Can't be doing that.
No, you can't. Yeah.
And I just hope now, and I will say it now, I just hope now that on Friday, when he has his press conference, I'll be doing press conference reaction on a Friday around 7 o'clock. So please subscribe to my channel and check us out at 7 o'clock on Friday night. But I could be doing early, could be doing a 6 o'clock one. But at the end of the day, it comes out. I mean, the local press ask him some like injury news, and he doesn't like to be challenged. He doesn't like to be asked the tough questions, But Craig Hope, I don't know if you've heard of Craig Hope on the Mail, the Northeast correspondent.
Nah.
He made a couple of weeks ago. He made a big breaking news that Newcastle's Matt Ritchie had offered Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce barged into Ritchie. Matt Ritchie turned to him and said, "You're a coward," right, to Steve Bruce. And he also said, and then Bruce told him, "What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Tell Lee Charlie, our CEO, he is absolutely hopeless. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's still on furlough. That chief exec is the worst I've seen. He's been CEO for what, 8 seasons, right? And he has not got a clue. I mean, and the guy is an absolute muppet. and he's like, I'll call him Mr. Piggy from the Muppet Show. That's his nickname, Mr. Piggy. So I call him because he's got a face like Mr. Piggy. So at the end of the
I'll
day,
have to look out for that one.
Yeah, man. Check him out, man. He is an absolute muppet. Honest to God, man. I've got Paul here, 50,000 fans, Cleveland, Steven, Screen, Boost. What a start that would be. And Russ, again, you're due for win, John. Would be lovely if it was against Spurs. And Russ is an Arsenal fan. But
of course, they would say that, yeah.
Listen, I know. But you look at the games you got left, right? I'll go for it quickly. You got you lot on Sunday. We got Burnley away. Then we've got West Ham at home, Liverpool away, Arsenal at home, Leicester away, Man City at home, Sheffield United at home, Fulham away. And I cannot see us winning another game out of those 9 games left.
That's a massive task. I can't see you boys doing it. I really can't.
Nah, I can't.
Like I said, it's going to go down to the wire. The last game when you play Fulham, definitely. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I think it'll be very interesting, my guy, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's going to be tough, man. I just don't know what to say. I just do not want to say it because, to me, I'm resigning to relegation. You know what I mean? I'm a positive person, but I could always say it real. I just don't think you're going to stop the season, mate. I just don't, because the fact of the matter is, when you get an owner telling the players to step up, hang on a minute. The players are not playing for the owner, they're playing for the manager, and they're not playing for the manager. It's as simple as that. Because at the end of the day, I'm not being funny, but I don't know what to say, man. He is in big trouble. I mean, Steve Bruce should have been sacked last season. That's just going to say that. And they're just going to keep down tools. You don't watch a game against Brighton over a week ago. 1 shot on target, and we could have got battered by 7 or 8-0 that day. It should have been bad.
Yes. I did see that game actually. Yeah.
We were absolutely. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think they were playing for the manager, though?
Nah, they're just a shambles, aren't they? They've bit like us in a way. You've got to have a massive clear out, like the strikers, man. Like,
man.
When was that game? I think, if I remember rightly, because I did hear a little bit on TalkSport. When you played, was it Brentford in the League Cup? League Cup. I can't remember what round it was now. But you had all 4 strikers on. You just couldn't get it. You just couldn't get that ball in the back of the net. And I'm just laughing like, what the hell's going on? Brentford, come on. Even though Brentford are a good team, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Newcastle, like, you should have won that game. So,
yeah. They had a few chances though, but again, I mean, their keeper was excellent, and you had the chance. You should have put them away. But the problem is, I thought Brentford, that was Brentford reserves, by the way, Flicks, and we were absolutely embarrassed by them. Embarrassed. And they took us to the cleaners. That's when they had numerous chances, sacking boost. Brentford away, Sheffield United away, Brighton away. Come on.
Yeah.
They are stuck, and we are going to go down this season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know a lot of your fans. I've seen it on Twitter's the big one. I've seen. So I've got a few Newcastle followers myself, and they're all calling out for Rafael Benitez to come back. Because didn't he leave one of the clubs he was managing? Was it in China? Did he leave them? So he's a free man, isn't he? To come to any club.
Yeah, but he not come back to Newcastle United because there's no way he will clash you again. I can remember it's one of his final seasons in Newcastle. He called out Mike Ashley to start asking to invest now because we're going to be in big trouble this season. He wanted Salomon Rondon on a common season on loan, but West Brom wanted £16 million, and he begged the club to pay the money, £16 million. Ashley said, "No, we're getting Joe Linton instead for 40 million, right?" And Rafa Benitez said he ain't worth the money. Just go out and get Salomon Rondon. And leave you and me, right? They didn't listen to Rafa Benitez. Rafa was calling them out, telling Ashley what he really thought of him, saying he's got no ambition, quite happy finishing 17th. That's not what he wanted. He left, and then in comes Steve Bruce. Joe Linton was signed. He was poured. Steve Bruce was told Ashley and said, that's his signing, and he told the Newcastle fans what to expect from Joe Linton. And I just had to laugh because that was not a Steve Bruce's signing. I don't care what anyone say. Flicks said, "Get John to explain Cleveland Steamer because you looked confused." I looked confused as well. No idea what it means. I'm not going to lie. Correct. We were shite against Brentford, and Paul said he left Dalian. Yeah. And now, at the end of the day, mate, it's just a crazy, absolutely crazy, man, because the club at Newcastle United have gone backwards. Since Rafa left, we've gone backwards, yeah? Actually, they must. I mean, I've done a survey, right? 95% want used to be gone. Mike Ashley doesn't listen to the fans, the media. All he cares about is himself. And then he said, exactly. He said, we're going to keep Steve Bruce on because Steve Bruce has shown loyalty, or Mike Ashley showed loyalty to Steve Bruce. So Steve Bruce doesn't argue back, right? Steve Bruce doesn't care. He says he's a Newcastle fan. He's not. He's a Man U fan, right? Yeah. And recently he said that, well, if the club's too big for him, he'll walk. And Steve Bruce doesn't give a toss about Newcastle. He just said he's going to carry on. He said that he's going to carry on next season as well. Now, if that is true, then
say hello to League One.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's as simple as that. Oh boy, yeah, exactly. If you keep hold of that guy next season, if you get relegated, that is say hello to League One. That's it.
Exactly. We are down there. We get relegated, and if we're going to go down again, I'm telling you, Newcastle is going to be the biggest name in the Championship, right? I'll just say to the Championship clubs like the Barnsleys, the Rotherhams, Bristol Cities, Cardiff, Swansea, wherever. Don't worry about us. You'll beat us. And you know what? I've got to do a watch-along for that in the Championship as well, which is to be so embarrassing for me to do a watch-along. Do you know what I mean? And then
look out for that.
So I'm not going to be in the big hitters, but Newcastle should be in the Premier League. But Mike Ashley want us to be in the Premier League. If you really cared about just not scared of getting us relegated, he would have sacked Steve Bruce by now. Do you know what I mean? So I've got to do it again. Look at Ashley, and he kissed his butt. Well, he did, didn't he? You know what I mean? I think Steve Bruce must have slept with Mike Ashley that year.
I've always said it. The guy's a yes man. Steve Bruce, yes man. Yeah.
He is, because at the end of the day, right, Rafa Benitez wasn't a yes man.
No, nowhere near it.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near it.
But if you look at it, right, if Steve Bruce does get the sack, yeah, if it's going to be Eddie Howe, or is it going to be Thomas Frank, or is it going to be Steve Cooper, or whoever it may be, or even Frank Lampard, they're not going to make sure, they're not going to interview the incoming manager. It's managers like Frank Lampard, Thomas Frank, Eddie Howe will ask them the question. Ask them one important question, and that question is, where do you want this club to go? Can you match my ambition? And if the answer is just to stay in the Premier League, 17th place, that'll do me. Not for me. 17th place, they're going to say, okay, cool. You know what? You're not my man. I'm ambitious to all you guys. If you're looking for someone just to stay in the Premier League, then you go and find someone to keep you just to stay in the Premier League. That's not what they want. They want to win trophies. They want to win it for the fans, because I'm 51. I want to win a trophy. I want to see us challenging for Europe because our fans deserve it, right? But at the end of the day, Mike Ashley is quite happy finishing 17th FE season. He'll be happy finishing 17th at the end of the season. But would I be celebrating? No, I wouldn't.
Of course you won't. I definitely wouldn't.
Yeah, because when we came back in the Premier League, Rafa Media's got us 10th, 12th. What are you at? Then we finished 13th last season, and at the minute we're 17th. We haven't progressed before whatsoever since we've been in the Premier League. We haven't. Mike Ashley's quite happy just to be in the Premier League. But if we get relegated, the one that I don't want to see is a club statement apologising to our fans and say that, oh, I'm sorry. No. If you want to talk to us during the season. Don't talk to us at the end of the season, get us relegated. No.
Yeah, you know that one's coming, isn't it? A club statement. If you boys get relegated,
it's bound to happen. You know what I mean?
it's bound to happen, isn't it? It's just one of them things.
Exactly. But you know what? Stuff the apologies out there flipping us. That's all I'm gonna see. You know what I mean? But the thing is, if you do that on Twitter, sort of thing, you're gonna end up getting blocked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So which is a shame. But what I'll do on a separate one, sort of thing. I have my say on it. You know what I mean? I'll definitely have me say on social media if it does come to that day. And I'll tell you what, check out the Tomb review, me guy Paul, and he will let rip. And I'll have a special edition one as well when I do it. So I've got Lee Taylor here. Never mind League One. If Bruce sticks around, it would be the biggest club in non-league football. I totally agree. That won't happen. Dudes. Again, I mean, we get relegated. We've never been relegated to League One. Never. We've never been. Kevin Keegan kept us up back in 1992. Just about kept us up. An own goal kept us in the old second division. We would have got relegated to the third for the first time in our history. But my man's making records now, you know?
Yeah.
Mike actually break records, yeah? He got us relegated twice. Now it's going to be the third time under his ownership in 14 years. That is a poor record. Could you imagine Dan O'Leary getting Spurs relegated 3 times in 14 years?
Bloody hell. There'd be massive uproar. Massive. There'd be bloody riots, the full works. Definitely.
Yeah.
Things like this just can't be happening. But correct me if I'm wrong. Like every time you've gone down, you've come up like the season after. You've come straight up. Yeah. But obviously this time, I can't see it happening because the way the Championship works nowadays is it's a very tough league. Very tough. It's like, put it this way, it's like the new version of the Premier League. It's very entertaining, and like I said, it's a tough, very tough league. Yeah, very tough. So if you boys get sucked into that, I can't see you boys getting out of it. First time round. So but we will see. We will see what happens.
Definitely, you've got it like the first time. We not get out, and definitely not get back out at the Championship. We do get relegated. Not this time we won't. The only way we're going to do it is getting a proper manager in, and he spent 100 million trying to entice him to come back in the Championship. I'm sure they will. Depends on the manager. But if Steve Bruce is there and he's still there, we got absolutely no chance whatsoever. He couldn't even get Aston Villa out of the Championship. He got and Dean Smith came in and it took him 6 months to get them out at the Championship. You know what I mean? He did 6 months' work. Steve Bruce took 2.5 years at the Villa. Wow. Now, I got Lee again. Hope you're okay. 114 years prior. Ashley's got relegated only 4 times. So we got relegated 4 times before Ashley took over in 2007. We relegated twice. Unbelievable. He has ruined the club. He's the problem, and he doesn't give a flying monkeys. Until us, we know there will not be a bounce back. And Yusuf, it's not going to happen, man. Do you know what I mean? Because there's better teams in the Championship. You got like Swansea, Brentford, Watford. You got we couldn't beat Brentford away. We struggled to beat Newport County on penalties, man. Do you know what I mean? It's getting man. Man, I can't believe it, man. I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Mad.
But the thing is, man, we get relegated, we are done.
Yeah.
We're done 100%. So, please smash the likes up and subscribe if you are new. Also, subscribe to Flix's channel. And he's a good guy. And also follow him on Twitter as well. So, I'm going to get us out quickly for the wrap because you're a busy guy. And,
no worries,
yes, you said 3-0 to Spurs. I'm going to say 3-0 to Spurs as well. And do you think you get in the Championship? Do you think you get in Champions League?
We have to. It's as simple as that. To keep hold of these big name boys, we have to get Champions League football. It's as simple as that. I've always said it. We're more than capable of getting full spot. It's still wide open. So I'm praying by the last game of the season we have got full spot and Champions League football. Maybe even a trophy. You know, we got the League Cup final in about 3 weeks' time, roughly. So I'd like to see us win a bloody trophy. But the way things are with City, even though we have beaten once this season, anything can happen. So we will see. But going back onto what you said, I want to see us in that 4th position. Hopefully, anyway. But we will see.
You got the players to do it. You got the players to do it. I mean, Gareth Bale.
I know. Yeah.
Back to performing.
Yeah.
And got a question for you, Janil. And he's got a question for you. Question for Flix. Who's your favourite Spurs player of all time?
Oh, of all time. Bloody hell. I've got loads. Might sound silly because I weren't around to see it. I'm going to say Jimmy Greaves. That guy's an absolute legend. He should have a statue outside the lane. Jimmy Greaves.
Yes.
But I've got a handful. But Jimmy Greaves, yeah, he's the top dog, definitely. And his stats prove it. The stats prove it. Simple as, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's a top draw player back in his time. He used to play for AC Milan, Italian football. He used to play for AC Milan as well, and he's ripping up goals over there as well. And I don't know what his Italian's like, but he's still done the business for them. Do you know what I mean? So Jimmy is great. And there's a funny moment. I don't know if you watched the FA Cup in 82, I think it was, 81 or 82, one of the two, when Steve Perryman lifted up the trophy.
Yeah.
One of the fans came over, jumped on him, came on the balcony, gave him a hug, and I thought, wow.
You got no chance of doing that nowadays. You get pulled away.
You'd be gone, mate. You'd be gone.
Yeah, man. You'd be thrown out the stadium.
Yeah, not only going on the balcony, they chuck you over as well. But wow.
Yeah, definitely.
And you got that's a good question. I got good choice there. And then you got the other game. This Satan Greasy, I'll do as well. I mean, rest in peace with Ian St. John or Saint.
Yeah,
man. Passed away a couple of weeks ago, and my heart goes out to his family as well. And I always watch that every week, every Saturday. And we miss characters like that. But today, you got people who takes it so seriously, man. Do you know what I mean? These Saint and Greasy will not wind up the fans today. They would not. Like Chris Sutton, Robbie Savage, Rio Ferdinand, Joe Cole coming out and say that Steve Bruce is doing a wonderful, wonderful job. Joe Cole come out a couple of weeks ago and he's basically said that if there's any managers who wants to get you out of trouble, Steve Bruce is at the very top. Joe Cole haven't done his homework. 2 wins and 20. What an absolute...
Yeah. He's having a laugh, right? He's having a laugh.
When you have said that, if Chelsea were in the bottom 3 and you'd come out and and you mention Steve Bruce's name. Would you mention he's not his name? How?
Of course he wouldn't.
He wouldn't.
Nah,
He wouldn't.
Nah.
What an absolute not for me, man. Not for me. But end of the day, you know, this Joe Cole. It just goes to show that these football players used to play the game. They were winning titles, winning championship, and they come up and say that. Bigging up Steve Bruce. Right, it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely breathtaking of arrogance, I'm telling you. I can't have that. But crazy, man. So, well, all I can say, sort of thing, just got one more to quickly. Got too damn serious now. New characters, I totally agree. I mean, St. Greece were characters, they made you laugh. But you got players, you got ex-pros now that just take the wrong way. And they just don't see. All they talk about is the top six all the time. They never ever talk about clubs like us, sort of thing. You know what I mean? But if they have the right owners, and if Newcastle, could you imagine Newcastle winning the Premier League? Can you imagine? It would shock the footballing world, right? A place at Tyneside would have been absolutely amazing. The party would have been on for weeks and weeks and weeks. Had it gone to the new season.
Yeah. Well, look at when Leicester won it. So, you know, who see that one coming? I definitely didn't see Leicester winning that league, you know, when we should have won it. You know, we should have won it that season. But then, you know, apparently we bottled it when we did, you know. We did bottle it. So, you know, sometimes, you know, anything can happen. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you did win the league, Mike Ashley would have a flipping heart attack, I'm telling you. He'd probably be thinking, I don't want to win the Premier League sort of thing, but I'm just quite happy staying in the Premier League. But don't forget, back in 2015, he said that if he wants to sell a club, wants to make Champions League, we're going to make our own luck. And that means Champions League is just like winning a trophy, yeah? But I don't know what he's talking about. The guy is an absolute muppet. The guy is an absolute... I tell you what, right? He's the most arrogant owner I've ever seen in my life. And
big time.
It is what it is, man. But you know, I think this one here wants to be a streamer soon. It's not my daughter. He wants to be a streamer.
Follow the footsteps, yeah? Follow the footsteps.
Follow these footsteps. But he's lovely. And my son's in the bedroom, and hopefully my last touch word is downstairs. So it is what it is. One more comment for that. I will be drowning in a risky if Newcastle became Premier League champions. Can you imagine that? That would make me die happy. Sorry, Blake. It's too much love. And it is what it is, man. So listen, I'll let you go, right? Because I've got another child to go to. Did you enjoy coming on the show, Flix?
Yeah, definitely. It's been good. You know, I'm open to going on any channels, man. So, you know, if anyone watching right now has got their own channel, just shout me, man. I'm free. Yeah. But yeah, man. Before I let you go, can I just quickly shout out my clothing line? Launching very, very soon, called Official. This is one of the hoodies that's going to be launching. If you go onto my Instagram, Flix__1. It'll all be in the link in bio. So check it out, man. Just send me a message and I'll give out more info.
Yeah, baby. That's absolutely fine. You heard the guy, sort of thing. Go on to Insta and check out Flix__1 and check him out. And he's a good guy and he loves to talk to anyone's channel. And if you want to get him on the channel, like myself, tweet him or whatever sort of thing on Insta. And check him out, and he'd be quite happy coming on your show, just like me.
Yeah, man, definitely. No, it's been good.
Listen,
it's been good. I appreciate it.
You, Tim, you have a lovely, lovely day, and make sure you come back on the game, my guy, and make the best team win on Sunday.
Bring it on.
Bring it on, baby.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
See you later, boss. See ya. Ta. Yeah, that was Flix there, my guy, Spurs fan, love the guy, and yeah. He's welcome to come on my channel anytime. I've just got one more to go. Daniel, great show, totally fresh, chill. Thank you very much indeed. Blake, gives 2 minutes, yeah, sorry. But yeah, so listen, it's been great. It's been great to join us and Flix as well. Please smash the likes up and subscribe if you're new. Sorry, Blake, give us 2 seconds, love, yeah. And yeah, it's just that's Blake. That's Blake for you. She wants to be on my side. But listen. Go and get yourself a good evening. Subscribe if you're new. And please smash the like button. I'll be going Bash channel very, very soon at 8:15. Know your fans, join us for that. And until then, thank you much for coming on and take care. See you later.